The mind is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. I created this podcast as a daily supplement for you to invest into your thinking. This is your
daily mind medicine.
Here's a thought for you in order of prioritization and order in the proper sequence of do this first and do this second. Too many people, I feel like, become motivated by getting a hold of the things that they want to have. I've got nothing wrong with that. If you look at my early days as an entrepreneur, I was very motivated because we were poor. We literally were like trying to figure out how to eat. And when you're trying to figure out how to eat, you tend to be motivated by having money to eat. I mean, you can't really get around that. Like some of you listening to this are either stuck in this place right now, or you remember being in this place in the past where you are so much so in a place of struggle that all that matters to you is survival. That's all you can think about. How do I get myself and my family to a place where I'm no longer fighting for my life? But you have to graduate out of that. This is what I see with entrepreneurs. This is what I see with powerful people and people who are high performers, whether they own their own business or they're a part of a business, is they don't graduate soon enough from me, right? Me, survive. They don't graduate soon enough. They don't switch over the motivation soon enough from having to becoming. And this is the problem, because when you see people who are immature and they make a lot of money and they're just immature and they're selfish, they have ego, that's like they just feel nasty and they develop a following, but their character can't sustain the follow. It's usually because they missed the graduation season where they were supposed to move away from having, getting. They were supposed to move away from that into a place of becoming. If you're going to live in abundance long term, you're going to have to at some point transition away from, you're going to have to make this statement, and the statement's going to have to be true. I would rather be who I'm supposed to be. That's priority number one. I'd rather be who I'm supposed to be than have what I want to have. That having may be priority two, and it's a byproduct. One begets the other. And my friend, what I want to tell you is that I have everything in my life I've ever wanted to have. But it's come at the end of a journey of becoming who I'm supposed to be, not the other way around. And the times in my life where I've chased having or getting ultimately have let me down. I've become unfulfilled in the journey and in the process. I've lost energy in the process, not because I don't have energy, but because my motives I never graduated into a place of, I'm going to become the right person and think the right things and speak the right things. I'm going to begin to speak life over people, and I'm going to lock into the next level of who I'm supposed to being. And out of that has flowed everything in my life that I have. And ultimately, a motivation based on having and getting and accumulating is not going to withstand the pressure. This is why you see people dip out of the game. That's why you see people have, 1 good year, 2 good years, maybe 3 good years, and ultimately, something comes along and kicks them out of the game and they end up doing something different. And it's not because they weren't smart enough to make it through. It's because they didn't graduate into the next level, which is a focus and a diligence on who are you becoming? How are you thinking? What are you actually allowing to drive and motivate you? A client the other day, last week, they said, after you're at the revenue that you're at, you have the stuff that you want, you have the houses, the cars, whatever. What is it that drives you? And I said, I've discovered the incredible energy of being driven by other people. And I'm no longer necessarily driven as much by having my own cars. I want my team and my clients to have their cars. I've tapped into a next level of becoming. And from that, you just continue to run faster and faster and faster. Become first. It sounds a little woo-woo, but disconnect a little bit today or tomorrow or next week from being so motivated by having this stuff that doesn't matter. Connect into really becoming the right type of leader, the right type of thinker. And out of that's going to flow everything else. Hope that makes sense. Hey, if you're enjoying this, if this gives you energy, if it amps you up, if it makes you motivated, and if it gives you a direction to run in, I want you to share it with somebody, because we're not doing advertising for this. We're not charging for this. People have reached out to me and said, man, when are you going to start charging for this? It's really good stuff. It's life-changing stuff. I don't think we'll ever charge for it. I think this is a passion play. This is me making good on a promise that if I ever made it, proverbially, if I ever made it, I was going to give back to other people and help them do what I had done. This is me making good on that promise. So we're not going to charge for it. But what I do ask is that you share this with somebody, because if it's helping you, it's likely going to help the people that you are connected to, and so on and so forth. So share with somebody, leave us a positive review. Everything means the world to us in terms of, just hearing from you about how this is helping you, how this is motivating you. And yeah, hope you are well. Keep trekking, keep growing, keep pushing. I'm here for you. See ya.
DailyMindMedicine.com